Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Scribbly Plans. This is going to be my first video, so if there's any weird quirks, that will explain it. This is a moterm personal luxe in the color apricot. I did add some conditioner, so the color is a little bit different, and I put it in the sun for a few hours just to get it a touch darker. But this here is actually like the original color. Last night I spent some time jazzing up this. It still obviously has a long way to go, but just to kind of preface this, I am brand new to the ring planner world. I've gone through many different planner systems and nothing was really stuck. I did Happy Planner for a little bit, but more than anything, it was just kind of something fun to buy things for, whereas this is turning out to be my perfect system. I am keeping a tracker in here that is helping me stay motivated to make sure that I'm using it every day and not just kind of getting distracted. Let's see here. So I'm already coming up to the 2 month mark, and I can confidently say I've never used a planner for 2 months straight. I'm being a little generous here, but we're close enough. So I just printed a few inspirational quotes on some pearlescent vellum and laminated those. This is just vellum from a craft store. I kept seeing stuff like this on like Pinterest and um, TikTok, and I wondered how people did it. I didn't find a tutorial. I just kind of did it my own way. And so I used some of these dollar cutting mats from the Dollar Tree and cut them to size so that it could slip right in there. And I just hot glued this trim directly on there so that it can fit perfectly there. This is a charm I got from another craft store. It's just a compass. It's kind of symbolic, something that I have going with my kids. And this is done very similar to this. This is another patch from, you guessed it, a hobby store. I am obsessed with it. It's like a Chanel type furry thing that says Mama, obviously. On the inside of here, I have a Coffee Monsters Co. ruler in rose gold. And I have a few sticky notes for the off chance that I need to write something, but it's pretty rare that I just need to scribble something. I found a few old, I'm just going to call them Polaroids, but I know there's a proper term. So I slipped those in here. I'm thinking of getting a printer so that I can continue to add in. But my whole thing here is I am neurodivergent, I'm ADHD, and so I get hooked on things and I burn out on them super quick because I go full force into it. I am trying really hard to just take baby steps and take my sweet time and just enjoy the process. So I'm not buying all these things at once and then everything's purchased, everything's perfect, and then I'm no longer interested. I'm taking baby steps. So a lot of this is not complete. Again, enjoying the process and taking it slow. So these are some planner cards, blank, haven't done anything with it yet. I am obsessed with Dutch Bros. They only recently, by recent I mean maybe like a year or two, they only recently started building them here in my town. And so the only option before that was like quick and convenient was Starbucks, and it just doesn't really do it for me. The only time I'll go somewhat frequently is when pumpkin spice season is around. And I get the feeling I'm going to be just fine with whatever Dutch Bros offers. Again, please don't judge too much. I am just learning as I go. Um, these are, again, Dollar Tree mats that I cut down to size for my dividers. I still haven't figured out exactly what works for me. I've learned that 3.4mm grids are my favorite. Some of this is stuff that I've either transferred over from old planners or scribbled down in a good enough fashion to transfer over to somewhere else later on. A lot of the times I struggle with like setting my intentions for the day and actually doing what I set down to do. And so this is me, coaching myself through it. Tell yourself, today I am going to blank. If it's 5 minutes or less, it's a yes. And if I'm like stuck doing something, let's say I don't know, testing out this tripod and like trying to get things just right and it's just not going well. If I find myself in that loop, I stop and ask myself, "Well, what are you doing? Why are you doing it right now? And can it wait?" That is pretty sound advice for myself to get out of the loops that I get stuck in. Some gift ideas, obviously Pretty Bear. I tend to keep things digital for that type of stuff, but my brain is working much better with paper. I haven't gotten to experiment yet with, I think this is called like dot grids. Again, brand new. Haven't tried it out. My handwriting, the reason I am called Scribbly Plans is because no matter how much I try, my handwriting in general tends to look a bit scribbly. Um, so I'm trying to figure out what's keeping me on track best. I think this is going to be it, but I'm willing to give this a try in time. Some freebies. This is actually what got me started on, I want to say, this entire kick. Helen from Coffee Monsters Co. I think I was looking on how to improve my handwriting, and this came up on one of her YouTube videos. And then from there, I'm like, oh, Pentel Energel Klena zero point 0.5. I ended up with the zero point 0.4, but I did try the 3 and the 5, and this one's my favorite. And so once I realized that, what's her company? It was a rabbit hole from there, and here we are today. A couple of swatches. I'm still building my collection of Tombos. This is what I have so far. Weeklies. Weeklies is where it is at for me. It is my bread and potatoes, steak and potatoes, whatever. Um, Dailies tend to feel like too much work for me. Monthlies feel like too little space. Weeklies is where I'm happy right now. Another freebie from my minimal planner, Vellum. Here is what I really want to show. Um, we're going to show the progression of how my planning evolution has gone so far. So this is week 1. Super plain. I downloaded some not freebies, stuff off of Etsy from Planner Room Shop. And I'm like, okay, start bare bones, scribble down some stuff, keep it simple. And then week 2, I was ready for a little bit more. Added a little bit of color, couple stickers, and this is personal size inserts. This is a personal size planner from Moterm, but I quickly realized that I'd rather have the little bit of extra space on the page rather than the edge here. And I went and jumped to Franklin Covey compact inserts. So this is week 2. Week 3, still kind of bland, adding a few more stickers, starting to add some extra highlight in there, learning what catches my eye visually and kind of pulls me in to keep using it. Can't remember, did I switch? I did switch. So week, no, yeah, week 1 was one type of insert. Week 2, I switched out to this one that has like a little grid section and then a list. And then week 3 is the same. And week 4, I think it's where you can see the really big jump. So I've given myself 3 weeks to get into the groove, to kind of feel like I've got some level of consistency before I jump into decorating. And here's where it starts to really spark that joy. Started to learn, how I want to use washi tape. I'm pretty sure my kids are about to come busting in here. It's late at night. They're on summer break, and I can almost guarantee they're about to. Yep. Okay. So here's, I forget what week we're on. 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm loving the little extra pizzazz, learning what works. And here I've decided once again to switch out to a different insert. I learned early on in my journey, still early, but I learned not to plan too far ahead because if I end up wanting to switch out inserts and test something different, I will end up beating myself up if I have to redo things. So, week 5, I don't think a whole lot has changed. Actually, yes, because there's a half page here and a half page here. On this one, the challenge was I really liked the space that I had here and also, extra space for decorations and side notes. And so I've decided to just kind of highlight and add in my own sections of whatever's relevant. This is kind of really like a flex zone, as I call it. Weekly inbox tends to be things that don't need my immediate attention, but maybe were left behind the week before or something along those lines. Mm, Random things I need to remember, leads and clients. I am a full-time photographer, so I need to keep track of who I'm needing to touch base with. Random things I'm trying to research, just things I'm interested in and trying to practice my impulse control so that I don't end up pulling the trigger and purchasing. This was last week. Wasn't really feeling the colors here. Something felt off, but I rolled with it. I followed through with it. I still can't quite figure out what is throwing it off for me, but we're just calling it good enough. And this is my first week using Coffee Monsters Go washi, which I am absolutely obsessed with. It just puts a smile on my face. This is my current week. Pretty Bear, it is my birthday week. I turned 33 in like an hour. And so I've been slacking on planning out what I wanted each day to be. Um, I have a task that's pending that I'm going to end up moving to Sunday. Today, I need to fill in based off of what I got done today. I did get these angles are not really the best, but I got this nasal spray today. There's a few other household things I need to restock. What else happened today? Let's see. I have to write extremely slow just for it to turn out decently neat. And a lot of the times I take my pages out, but I'm not trying to do that right now. We're just going to leave Sunday blank because I'm just feeling really iffy about it. I think that's it. I'm not really sure what I want to put in here yet of what I've been looking at this week, so we're just going to leave that there. I've only planned 2 weeks ahead. This is next week. I'm actually pretty excited for this one. And then this is back to school week for us. And I need to add in anytime that I have something that I'm like not ready to cement in there, I write out on a little tab note. But this I am ready to cement in. I just don't want to move these yet. So we're going to leave that blank. So the next 2 weeks I've committed to this layout. I am itching to try something else, but I feel pretty happy with this. So we will see. So those are all of my weeklies. Yearly, have not really done a whole lot with the yearly. Just have a couple of sheets of vellum. A few inserts from Plan with Me. And then this, today is in fact the 9th. So we will fill that in. Good enough. I don't have anything else filled out for my trackers. It will all be worth it. I really love these, but I'm not ready to commit to writing anything yet. Meals. This is a huge one that's been super helpful for me. It just says flourish and grow. I printed off these cards and kind of modified them so that I could fill them out with frequent dinner ideas that my family, my children specifically, will eat without complaints. And I separate them in a certain type of way. I'll go into that on another video, but they're double-sided, and so I've got 4 weeks of meals so far. Don't judge. This is just what works for my family. I'm sure others, y'all, everyone has their own dietary needs and preferences. This is what works for my family. So I write out here whatever was picked out for that week. I let my kids choose. Hey, pick out the card. This is what we had last week. Which one do you want this week? So my son picked out this week, and then I didn't really utilize this as much as I wanted to. I forgot a few things. I forgot more shrimp. I thought I had enough, so I'm working it, but this system is working better than anything I've tried for meal planning in my entire life. So I'm pretty dang happy about that. I've scribbled down some things that I know I need to add but aren't really relevant to meals, and they're actually not picked out for next week yet. I will have my daughter pick on Sunday. This is something I want to go over in another video. And then we have my life tab, one of my kiddos' school stuff that I plan to add in here but haven't. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these little clear tabs in here, debating still. The thought process was one for school and then one for like work stuff. Haven't committed still. Budget, another one that I haven't put anything in. I plan to add some bills in here and just kind of try to get everything organized. This absolutely nothing worth showing in here, just a bunch of vellum that I have printed on. Monthly. I just changed this out last night where so I'm doing this for me, meaning the planner. This sheet, I have some cut already for every month remaining for the year, but it gets too bulky for me. I feel like I'm not utilizing the space as well as I could, so I just keep one in here so that when I turn to monthly, it's the first thing I see. So August is my birthday month, hence birthday banners. August is bare. I haven't written anything. Again, monthlies are not my favorite. I struggle with what I want to put where, what I want to duplicate. So for now, this is all I've done. And then, next couple of months, nothing in them. We've got them all the way through December. And then at the end of December, we got 2025 and just a few things pre-printed. This is just some gold foil flakes that I laminated. I found these cute little pouches at Daiso, and I'm not sure if the camera will pick up on it, but it's like a holographic look. And then inside is just one of those planner cards from the front. I love the little extra pizzazz it adds. This is my favorite thing I think in the entire planner right now. I just love it. I don't know why. I'm obsessed with it. And then just a couple of things there. So that is my flip through for today. I believe by now it's probably officially my birthday, so I am going to go rest up for the night and get ready for tomorrow's festivities. Thanks for watching, and I hope y'all stick with me and just kind of watch as my journey evolves. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.